Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. I'm Nai.
I'm Mako, and we are still, well, we're in Season 3 trying to get our soldier training and not die so horribly.
It's because I went for Cursed Treasure, and I should know better than to go for Cursed Treasure.
But you're gonna go for the Cursed Treasure anyway, we've established that one already.
Actually, I actually rarely do it. That's the first time I've done Cursed Treasure in a long time for exactly that reason. You know? It just...
powers are genuine.
It's generally not worth it. Okay, I got blessed. Woo. Soldiers Training 3. Okay.
A challenge for you.
You're once again outside the barracks for the Duke's army. The Sword Liege looks pleased to see you. The Sword Liege greets you warmly, like what we've done with the place. The Duke finally gave me the coin I needed to improve this place. Only the finest warriors graduate from here now. Do you think you have what it takes to show even experts something fresh? Sure.
Okay, this ought to be interesting.
Should just be, yeah, just combo meter 30. And from what I've been told by some of our viewers, this should be the last one. And all I have to do is just keep this up. The good thing is you can keep on hitting the guys on the ground, and that counts towards your combo meter. So as long as I don't get hit by a stray projectile, we're done.
Yay!
Yep. Not bad. Not bad at all. An inspirational showing. The soldiers will have learned well today. Where we have enough stock to be generous, Gerald will assure you're rewarded. 2 gain cards and the token. Okay, what can we start with? We're going to go ahead and start with Mortal Whimsy.
Really? Is that what you're
And
going to
15
do?
health, which is useless. Ooh. Yeah, we'll go with Ring of Experience. That is actually a really generous reward from that card. And that's the achievement unlocked for Elite Training, which means we are done with that storyline. I don't have enough money to give her, unfortunately. Goes to the sea. What are you going to give me? 2 gain cards. Excellent. 3 food. And 15 max health. Wonderful. Okay, so when we see you guys on a future episode, the next episode will actually be moving on to the next storyline,
I'm sure you'll leave this
which is kind of cool.
You do not see
How many of them overall are there?
There's a lot. There's like 7, something like that. Though, for what I understand, they're not that long. Oh, and hey, there's the Maiden, so we can advance the Goblin storyline, too.
Ooh, even better.
Marketplace. We'll bid half my gold to see if I can get some food. Damn. 1 food. Okay, the Maiden.
we play for a token.
One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. Your thoughts turn to Mr. Lionel and his need for some elven hair. Let's go ahead and request a lock. The maiden considers this for a moment before slicing a few strands from her hair. As you wish, but be cautious, mortal. You have the taint of a goblin about you, and they may never be trusted. The card's token is yours. So I don't get the normal maiden response, but we have advanced that storyline. Here's the exit. That's Tavern Wager. I actually don't care, so we're just going to keep going.
Across the ocean. Or maybe a trip down.
Okay. Oh no, I lost 3 gold. Okay, what do we got going on here?
At their
Traveling Jeweler is step 1. We have no money, so I don't really care. We're just going to keep on going up and get this money right here. Go to the altar. We'll go ahead and pray here. Hopefully get ourselves a new
most importantly,
blessing.
use of power.
Cheers.
Oh, more blessings are actually really good because you've got that ring.
Many
Yep.
of these blessings are too good for the likes of
Should I go for it?
Oh god. No, well, you could go either way at this point, really.
Yeah. It is very early in the run, but I'm just going to say no
One
because
cannot hope to find adventure without a
because
bit of
reasons.
delving.
Actually, I almost want to die early, so that way I can move on to the next storyline,
Understand
but
what it is you do now, or did I rush you through the rules, pushing you into the plate
Okay.
before you were prepared?
On to dust. Now, the only thing going on right now that we have to really worry about is that, at the moment... Does this have a regular... Yeah, a regular axe. Okay. The only problem we have at the moment is that I don't, I'm losing health for every curse I get right now, and we're getting a fair amount of curses. So if the dealer just spontaneously decides to curse me, bad things are going to happen. Okay. I mean, we're getting max health back, but it is kind of obnoxious. Can I get some food? Food. Bashing Ring, Veterans Ring, Fates Fall. They can go to the bottom. Food. Okay, good. We're going to be fine then. Dark Dweller. This is a little bit early to see these.
Those were actually loaded into your deck real early on, though.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I'm gonna take damage. Yeah, but it's pretty early to see a Dark Dweller. I mean, usually they are. Lost my shield. They're pretty late in the game generally. Redraw that. I'll fight the 4 dust. Yeah, but it's pretty late to be fighting Dark Dwellers. Remember, because I don't have a shield, I'm actually not allowed to counter anything, including and not limited to range attacks.
Them running into the Gouts of Flame doesn't help them, though, so...
Okay, so let's just assume that I'm doing this on purpose, because you do notice that I'm standing right here. I do want to point that out. I am actually doing that on purpose. That was not luck. I was hoping to hit them actually harder with that, and the problem is the flames don't deal that much damage. Nothing good? Okay, 10 food's pretty good.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
About the best you're gonna get out of food, isn't it?
I mean, it could be better. I really don't want 10 food. I was looking for equipment. Oh, hey, look, we have Frostfang today. I was really hoping for, like, a shield or something, because we're still sans shield. I forgot how good Frostfang can be.
You ever wonder if, you know, on their off hours, as the heroes with weapons like this, they, you know, they're at home and they grab the sword and they smack it against hit the table a few times, so they've got the ice for a martini or something.
In one of the Terry Pratchett Discworld novels, there is a character whose sword is below absolute zero, and he uses it to freeze his freezer for his dairy business. He actually has to put a coal fireplace next to it to make sure it doesn't make it too cold. So possibly. Someone else had the idea too. And if multiple people have the ideas, I mean, it must come from some collective group consciousness or something. God damn it, really? Really?
As my dad says, great minds think alike, fools seldom differ.
Hey, if I learned anything from Genie, it's that great minds think differently. Stop it. I'm actually, my latest book series I'm working on is, I'm continuing to reread some books from my childhood. So the latest one I'm reading is part of the Bartimaeus trilogy. Are you familiar with this series at all?
No, this one does ring a bell.
Ah, shame. It's actually a really good series of books that didn't get a ton of like response. I think when they were first written, they were New York Times bestsellers, so they got enough. But nobody I ever talked to ever knows about the series. And what's kind of interesting about it is the series is, I'm not going to say alternate history, because that's not what it is, but it is an alternate world that takes place generally in Europe. These starting books take place in England. And in this world, it's kind of up to... Like, sometimes the timeline of the books makes it feel like it's in the 30s. Sometimes it makes it feel like it's in the 1990s. So it's kind of... Damn. And Blunted Ore, too. And the idea is that this is a world of magic, but all magic, or at least the majority of magic in this world, are done by demons that are summoned in by the magicians. So the magicians themselves, the mages themselves, don't have any actual power themselves other than to summon the demons. But to the general public, they look as if they do, because the general public doesn't have the ability to see demons. But what's interesting is demons are not, like, generally are not just like, I summon the imp and that's it. They actually have names and histories and personalities, and the stronger ones are well known and have been around for millennia. So not only does it have kind of an interesting background, but then there's Bartimaeus himself. So the trilogy is not named after the general main character. The general named character is Nathaniel, who you don't even learn who he is until probably the 7th or 8th chapter, because the person you learn about is Bartimaeus, who is a summoned demon. And what's interesting is the story takes place from two different point of views. There's Bartimaeus' point of view and Nathaniel's point of view. And the story flicks back and forth from point of view to point of view, every couple of chapters. Bartimaeus' point of view is told in first person. And he's very... I'm going to stick with Life's Limb now. He's very sarcastic. He has a lot of comments to make. And he also... I don't want any of those. What's kind of interesting about him is he gives you a lot of background information about the world, about how demons work. And also, just like a Terry Pratchett novel, his chapters contain footnotes where he gives further information. And he actually points out at one time that demons are able to think on multiple tracks like this. Humans aren't able to, and that's why you're not used to that, and that's why you never see Nathaniel do it. So he actually outright says that. And then you get Nathaniel's point of view, which is actually in third person instead of first person. And you get to see what he's up to. So it's very interesting to switch back and forth like that. And then, they both have their own objectives. They both have the things they're doing. And you kind of want to root for both, and then sometimes you don't want to root for both. Sometimes you have no interest in rooting for one or the other because of the nonsense they're up to. We'll go ahead and get rid of Corrupted Soul, and we'll get rid of Blunted Ore. See, it's a very fun series of books, and they do a couple of things. I'm not going to actually spoil this one, because these books are fairly recent, and I actually highly encourage people to read them. But they do a couple things that I don't like, and then I don't like them in general when books do some of these things, but for some reason, when the Bartimaeus trilogy does these things, they actually work, which is kind of different.
Huh.
I'm going to donate money to the peasant. Here, take 5 food. She's going to give me... I didn't want a mace, unfortunately.
Oh, there's two series... The way you've described it reminds me of another series, but I cannot recall what it actually was called now, which doesn't do any good. But now I want to go dig out two of the other fantasy series I've got that I haven't read for a while. Have you ever heard of The Wizard in Rhyme?
Nope.
Okay, the basic gist of it is that there is this young man who is from our world. Like, he's literally, this is our world, and he is an English literature major.
Okay.
And this is actually key to the story, because he ends up translating a piece of text that throws him through time and space to another world. And the thing you have to understand about this world is that there are three key points. One, it's like our world, but from certain key historical differences. For example, you ever heard the story that Rome was decided between Romulus and Remus?
Wait, say it again.
You ever heard? I cannot remember where this story came from, but the old say old Rome was originally fought over by Romulus and Remus.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, Remus won this time, so it was Reem, not Rome. Like stuff like that. But the time frame is different. It's roughly there. What the time it is there compared to where time it is here is roughly medieval-ish, thereabouts.
Okay.
2, the concept of good and evil is real.
Of course, naturally.
It's not just, metaphorical good and evil. Satan is real, God is real, and they have actual physical effect on the world at large.
Naturally.
3, magic exists in this world. It exists in our world too, technically, but not in a sufficiently strong force.
Okay.
And it can be channeled by sufficiently skilled mages through the use of verse, song, poetry, rhyme.
Okay.
You're beginning to see where this is going by now.
Just a
I'm
little bit,
guessing.
yes.
So you've got an Inglet major who's thrown into this world, and he's basically carrying the local equivalent of nuclear power because he does know. And they managed to work.
So
several...
what? I'm curious because I know this is going to come up. What power does the man from Nantucket carry?
He had the common sense never to say that one.
Does it actually mention that at some point? Please tell me it actually says that.
No, but it he also it was also interesting because the main character, being from modern times, was both capable of thinking of.
Come on!
Damn
it.
You're dead.
Yeah, I was actually I was trying to kill the Kraken before anything happened, but I've never tried to do this before, but I think the Kraken is kept alive by the King of Scales.
Then you fall to the Jack of Dust. Next time, perhaps you will do better.
So I don't know,
We
but
get for finishing off our soldier.
yeah, we are finishing off Soldier. For helping train the Duke's men, you receive the Soldier's Ring and Soldier's Training. Add those to the deck. And for getting the Elf Maiden's Hair, we receive Goblin King's Halls too. I think it's going to be it for us today, guys. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but I don't want to start a new one and then just get like 2 floors in. So we'll stop here. When we see you guys next time, we'll be running a completely different character. We'll see you soon.